This build has so many tools to buff you and your team. There's no better name for it than the utility belt. It's perfect for Legendary because it has an answer for everything that Tusk sends your way, and your team is going to love you for it. Hit the like right now if unique and effective builds are for you, and comment utility belt down below to support the channel. Let's go. Two build variations for you today. Here is build 1. This build starts with the recently reworked Ongoing Directive set. It gives you status effects, reload speed, and now shooting a status affected enemy will apply a mark. When they die by you, an ally, or a skill, you will get special ammo for 20% amp damage, and it applies bleed. Your team will also get special ammo for amp damage too. I'm running 4 pieces and all have an armor core with crits. Here are the gloves, the knee pads, and the holster. I am running crits because I am in the trenches with the allies dealing damage too. I'm not out there to just attract bullets. This is a wingman build, not a tank. The intention is to buff the team as much as I can while being a damage dealing asset myself. The backpack is the setup, which has armor, crits, and the perfect opportunistic talent for 15% amp damage to marked targets made by my shotgun. The chest piece is Badger for 10% more damage. It has an armor core and crits, and the chest talent is Vanguard. This is the only reason we're running armor. Just by popping the shield, we are giving the allies 45% of our armor as bonus armor. That's 855,000 in armor every 25 seconds. They're gonna love you for this. Your shield is also invulnerable for 5 seconds, but this isn't a tank shield build, so watch your shield health once that talent wears off. I didn't go Gila for perfect Vanguard on the chest because the additional bonus armor it would have given didn't seem worth it. The Scorpio is essential for the build. It is our source of status effects. The status effects don't need to be long because now the set applies a mark to the target for 10 seconds once you shoot them, which is exactly what we're doing. The shotgun is also applying 20% additional damage from all sources. I'm running the lefty shotgun for spawns or large rushes. Throw a fire grenade with this in hand and they will get perfect sledgehammer for 40% more damage to armor from all sources. And you can switch back to your Scorpio for even more buffs. They may fix that part in the future. I'm running survivalist, so my group gets 10% more damage to status affected targets. The crossbow is part of the utility belt too. A single bolt will break a legendary Chunga's armor plates, making them an easy kill for allies. Lastly, the armor kits heal you and your allies within 20 meters. Very handy. You have 59% crit chance and 98% crit damage with 12% damage to armor. Then all those crazy amp damage bonuses. There's no regen or armor on kill on this build, so use those armor kits for your sake and your team's. Umbra Initiative is awesome, but not every weapon you equip with it will feel great. The Super 90 is an amazing weapon to pair with the set. Check out how I arranged the build. I made it in the lab, live on Twitch in unedited gameplay, where I make all my builds. Follow me over there for more Division 2 fun. Shout out to all the members of Tux's Players Club. I'm really honored to have your support and can't imagine a better way to say thank you than providing you with more of what you love. This playlist on my YouTube homepage hosts your bonus content, extra builds, gamer music playlists, and more. Not a member yet? It's time you join a strong, positive community. Links here and in the area below. I use this build for both new legendary strongholds. Tidal Basin and Boss is no doubt a tough checkpoint, and the build worked like a dream there. Pistol, bulwark, tank builds can be helpful, but they can't be all places at all times, and these new missions have multiple attack angles coming at you. Spawns even come from behind. I like wingman builds better than tanks because they buff your entire team so they can be better prepared to handle any situation, and with this setup, you are still in the trenches with your squad dealing damage too. Almost every buff your squad gets, you get too. But you are indeed sacrificing damage for the sake of your team, so don't be confused. Having 1.9 million armor pulls from your damage output. You still have enough power to be self-sufficient if needed. Otherwise, power shouldn't be an issue if your squad is focused firing on priority targets. Remember, although you're tanky, you're not a tank, by which I mean you're not invincible. 1.9 million armor, 10 million armor, it doesn't matter. They will delete it all in seconds. This setup is meant to be in the trenches with your team, not to take infinite damage. Remember, the armor is just to dish out the allies. That's what makes you a great wingman. You're here to buff the team while dishing out damage to the NPCs too. So So you're giving your team about 855,000 of bonus armor, 20% amp damage special ammo, 15% amp damage from opportunistic, 20% weapon damage from Scorpio, and 10% damage to status affected targets from survivalist. You're giving 40% damage to armor bonus to spawns and breaking the Chungus chest plates with your crossbow. Those are a lot of buffs, but they're not meant to supplement damage your team should otherwise have in the first place. Your team needs to come with good damage in the first place. Otherwise, you will find yourself doing all the heavy lifting to compensate. This will get you killed because you have dropped your time to kill, so your allies can have bonus armor. That said, I have a second version with more red cores on the build, and I'm running tardigrade on the chest instead. This is good if you don't know what kind of damage your team is bringing to the table. This will give you and the team bonus armor too. But now you can drop the shield and still dish out 880,000 of bonus armor thanks to the chest. I'm still running 2 armor cores, but now have 4 red cores. The skills are up to you, but remember, the Scorpio is your source of status effects. You lose a little bit in crits, but it won't matter. Both build 1 and 2 are using the same pieces, except for the chest. So try both and go with what you find more effective for your team and playstyle. The Super 90 is one of those weapons that goes perfectly with Umbra Initiative. Check out how I arranged the build.
Follow me.